What's up, poor guy? Wait, that's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. Morning, Ola. Alright, seems pretty quiet so far. Nothing much happening before market open. Morning, Anthony. Morning, Jerome. Why is Micron up 7% pre-market? What? Morning, profitable mindset. Morning, Jose. Morning, philosopher. The market's about to open in 30 seconds. Let's get it. 39.5 buy limit. Really? Right at market open. All right, let's see if we get there. Here we go. Are you getting filled? 39.5. So close. Oh, got hit. This will be W trading day. I hope so, because I lost during Asia. Oh, scary stuff. Scary stuff. We're dumping hard. Yikes. Wait, did it stop you out to the tick, Jerome? Good morning, Kevin. It's coming back down, I think. Yeah. As long as it wasn't a stop hunt, you're good. It's not that big of a deal. So for my Asia trade, I just took one trade and it didn't work, so I just stopped trading. Where was it? Right here. I went long here and then I got chopped. You know, it was gonna be choppy, so I just stopped. What's funny is that somewhere around here, it's a triple bottom. I think it was this one. See how the price went down 3 times? Right here. My order was 1 tick below. And I didn't get filled for a long. So I missed out on this long. Like, what? Tried 3 times and I missed it. So I missed that, and then I got chopped here. So I just stopped. That was a 150 loss. Now we go back. Whoa, we popped out a lot. Popped up a lot. TP hit. Talk about Judas swing. That's a fat Judas swing right there. If we overtake this high, I guess we could still come back down. But yeah, if we come back down, I'm gonna have a setup. That was like a 10-point move, so it's not bad. Beautiful long off of the VWAP. Definitely enter early, so I was negative RR trade. Yep, looks like it was a Judas swing. We're going higher. God, talk about V shape. So you entered off of the blue line? Okay. Yeah, that works. Congrats on passing your eval. Thank you. Thank you, Riddy. But now it's, we're just getting started. I pretty much, I'm back to square one where I was a month ago, but with a better drawdown now, so I don't have to kind of stress over it every single day. And I have the Lucid Flex now funded as a backup with, since I won twice yesterday, you see it on the second right here, 54.93. Yeah. So yeah, take it one day at a time. That's a crazy reversal. Alright, I guess I'll wait for 10 a.m. So what all are you trading? Evals and funded? I'm trading my funded futures rapid funded, and then I'm copy trading the Lucid Flex eval. So the ones that you see in the red right now is the ones that I'm trading. My Lucid Flex funded is a backup that I'm not gonna touch unless, you know, the inactivity rule. Then I'm gonna just trade like 1 micro to keep it alive, but I'm not touching that until I lose the my funded futures one. That's the plan. You know, just so that I never have to trade only evals again. That was not a fun experience. I mean, it was fun because it was good trading, but like I don't get to see any of the $3,000 that I made. I don't get anything out of that. That part sucks, yeah. So I think you need to do everything in your power to never get back to that position. Unless you're willing to buy like straight to sim or something. So my scaling plan has taken a step back, but that's all right. I think this is what's healthy for the long term. Kind of struggling after sweeping these highs. These highs, and then we haven't swept this one. So maybe we're reversing. What's up, Drew? You're back. Are you back? Just for today? Okay. Gotcha. What's up, man? How's life? All right, we have 10 minutes left. I think that's plenty of time for us to go back up, in which case I'm going to get a sub. I think if we fall back down, we could get a setup as well. I've been working during the New York session. Life's great. Actually been having a lot of fun this summer. Nice. Is it because the 9 to 5 that you talked about? Or like either it's that or you say you started a business or something like that. All right, we're going back up. Good morning, Smooth. All right, I'm getting a setup here. Wait, crap. I'm not ready to trade yet. Oh my god. This is what happens if you're not ready. gonna go long here, maybe. $75, $60, and 25 cents. All right, going long. It might just go without me. You know how I do vending machines with my friend? I also have a seasonal service-based business. Okay. Gotcha. So it's like a temporary thing. Finding support on the first SD band. Let's see if this falls back down. I think it hasn't run away too much yet, so it's possible. All right, maybe it's not coming down. We started it in high school, and now when he's back from college during the summer, we started back up to make some extra cash for ourselves and the business. Yeah, I like that idea, man. So how long are you doing it? Or when do you do it until, like, September, October? This might come down actually. It's possible. I'm gonna keep this order alive for like 3 more minutes. So I would have to get filled in pretty quick. Yeah, it's coming down. How's life? It's good. You know, I've been showing up every day. I recently got back to being funded. So now I'm trying to start over, you know? Trying to take it slow, one day at a time. Not get greedy. Alright, this might come down. One tick away.
Order filled. Order filled.
Of course, it has to be a huge red candle for my entry. That always sucks. Can we see a bounce here? It's getting rippy. Okay. Let's go. Come on. Push. I'm going to move my stop if we get up high enough. Don't sell off, please. Don't sell off. No. Come on. Second time. Second try. Let's close green. Don't sell off. Okay, this isn't bad. This isn't bad if we don't sell off. I think we're okay. I think we're okay. Come on. Keep going. I'm ready to move my stop if we poke above a little bit more. Alright, I'm moving my stop. It is what it is. If it falls back down, then GG. Come on. We're so close. We're so close. Wow. Come on. Yes. We're closing pretty strong here. It's not I don't know. I don't know. It could come down. I don't know. It's coming down. Yeah, it's coming down. It's coming down. All right. Hey, I didn't lose money, so I'll take it. Yep. All right.
Stop filled. Stop filled.
I'll take it. I'll take it. I'm the 10 a.m. reversal guy. That's true. Well, you could still do the 10 a.m. reversal. I was looking for like not even that big of a scalp, right? All right, let's see if I made the right choice moving my stop there, because this could still pop up. I mean, I made like what, 50 bucks. And this has oh my god, it's gonna go back up, huh? Tested my entry again right here. Frustrating. Let's update the PNL, see where we set at. So that I won 5 ticks there. What time was that? That was a 9 a.m. trade. I feel like we're gonna go back up. Never mind. Wait, Anthony, you got funded? Thanks to my trade? Oh, it's 10 a.m. too, huh? It's like, of course, as soon as I enter, we get this consolidation. All morning, we got crazy moves, but for some reason, the market makers are watching me. I meant you made money on funded. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I made money funded on yesterday too. Remember, because I had the Lucid Flex funded. But I'm still, what? I'm still $96 in the negative. Man, I'm gonna be mad if this pops back up. My stop loss is 55, 25. Okay, maybe it looks bad now. Maybe it was the right call to get out. Why can't I draw this line? Hello? Okay, now it's drawing. That's my stop loss. Oh. But I think as long as we don't hit that, maybe I should have stayed in. 65.25 is my... Oh yeah, I would have been stopped out. Did I follow my process? Yes, I did. I just wanted to give it one more tick. Like this right here, I was waiting to go up here, right? I was going to move my stop once we hit here, but since we did this, then I was like, you know what? I have funded accounts now. There's no reason to lose on this for one tick. So I just moved my stop then. Again, you broke the sacred 10 a.m. reversal law. Did I break it? because you know, like remember, like on like at 10 a.m. we kind of go up a little bit before coming down. So like I'm trying to catch that move up a little bit. It's not like I'm saying, oh, we're gonna take this high and we're gonna go up forever. But beautiful 10 a.m. reversal today as well, and we're making a bearish fair value gap right there. So maybe we'll react off of that. God, my mouse is like not working today. For 10 a.m. reversal, I want to poke above the previous high and then close back inside. Yeah. I mean, there are like different variations, right? Like it doesn't, the same thing doesn't happen every day. And it shouldn't, because then it would be too easy. But like I said, conceptually 10 a.m. reversal is a thing. And today, 10 a.m. was this candle right here. So if you went short off of it, you saw a little bit of heat. I guess that's where I was part of. Yeah. You could argue that I got caught up in the reversal section. That's why we consolidated. So I shouldn't even complain. You're right. I went against my own law. That's why I semi-lost. Hey, 10M reversal working out. I think someone earlier said, what's my strategy? Just type ! strategy. Wow, look at okay, now in hindsight, okay? Hindsight 2020. I'm glad I got out. This is also why you asked before if you mark out key levels. PDH, it looks like it was failing there when you entered long. Okay. But I don't know. More information isn't always useful too either, right? Because I don't think me seeing that PDH level is going to stop me from taking the long. And I could have taken the loss for sure, but I don't know. I think even if you're going against a key level, if you have a plan of getting out early like I did, it's okay, because sometimes it'll work. Sometimes that key level is not going to do anything, and sometimes it will, and clearly it did today. And I was even going against my 10 a.m. reversal too, but I had a plan to get out if it wasn't budging. And both sides can be true. Like you could say, oh, we're gonna reverse at 10, but also poke above this high, which means I would still win on my long. So, right? Only in hindsight you can be like, oh, that was the key level. Like, why would you go long there? That's only in hindsight. Dang, 10 a.m. reversal playing out beautifully today. Oh, I still haven't moved my lines here. The key level gives me more context. Like for me to go long, I want a strong reclaim of the key level, and then I enter on the retest of it. Yeah, I think that makes sense for sure. But what I'm saying is that key level is it's a probability game, right? The key levels have good probability that it'll induce some sort of a reaction, but that's not always the case. So that's what I'm saying. For my strategy, I'm kind of looking for that key level. If it kind of goes against my own strategy, I'm kind of making sure that if it goes against my strategy, I'm looking for the other side of the probability that the key level might not work. That makes sense. What's up, Punisher? I'm doing good. Just trying to minimize my losses. Today's probably not a huge profit day like I've been having, which is normal. Cause like I'm honestly like bracing myself for another like losing streak, right? Like you have the highs, you're riding the highs, you're the best. Your trades are amazing. Your strategy works out 100%. But then there's the other side that's coming. I know it's coming in the future. So I'm like trying to brace myself. So just gotta stay humble. We joked that we go reverse at 10 a.m., but I back tested it and I see when it pokes above the old high or below the old low and close it back inside the range. It's a 1-to-1 high probability trade. If that's the case, go for it. Like I said, like I'm just a messenger of like, hey, here's a big picture concept, but if you want to look for an entry model, then use it, make money. Better play it safe. I see some red there. Yeah, I mean it's minimal, it's not too bad. I've been killing an Asia session, then come to New York, I go 0 for 2. Yeah, New York is a different beast. I feel like Asia session is the old New York, when like New York used to be like somewhat calmer. But New York these days, like with the war, with AI bubble, with everything going on right now, it's a bloodfest. And I can only imagine how bad NQ is right now. I saw an Instagram reel of like this huge popular influencer, you could call it, trader. He's like, okay, like I'm done with NQ, I'm going to ES, right? So I was like, I commented on his reel, welcome to the ES club. But yeah, Asia session is great now, I think mostly because mostly because the Korean stock market is like super volatile right now because of all the AI and memory stuff. So I think there's enough volume, enough trading now. And ES is affected by the stock market there. So Champagne, I don't remember his name. It's a white guy. That's all I know. Like, I'm so bad at names. Let me look it up. I just like saw it randomly on my feed. Yeah, I don't know his name. Maybe it's PJ? It's either PJ or someone that looks like PJ. Funny enough, almost 100% of the gains of S&P historically have come overnight. My algo does so well while I sleep. You can... Okay. Alright, we got another algo guy here. Champagne is a black guy. Yeah, the name checks out. He's been harping about NQ and also New York session. Yeah. I think if you trade NQ, not even MNQ, but NQ during New York session, you must be a big baller. No, seriously, it's called overnight drift. Okay. I believe you, man. I believe everyone, what everyone says. It just means it doesn't really affect what I do. He apparently trades a personal account with 5 to 10 minis. Yeah. Who knows? Trust but verify. But it doesn't, like, who cares? Who cares if he's really trading or not trading or faking, right? As long as he's not selling courses. That's where my line is. As long as he doesn't go comment IFVG down below and I'll send you my free cheat sheet. Come get my PDF, yeah. Bro calling out Dodgy. Yeah, I mean I guess he's the dude for IFVG. But I think what's different about him is that he kind of leans into like being a shill and being like his sarcasm is on point. So I like that. He's like at least entertaining. Man, my friendly features needs to stop doing like these flash sales. Like I don't have time to promote this if you only give me like 1 day. Apparently it's a pro plan promotion, go pro twice with pro pogo deal. Sure. If you want to spend a lot of money on it. All right, 10 a.m. reversal worked like a charm today. This is the variant where it just goes. So you had to kind of sell out. You kind of had to go to short right at 10 a.m. What's scary about Rapid Plan is that it's intraday, so I don't know what that means for me. It's gonna be a wild ride. I don't think I should be affected that much because I don't go for crazy profits. Just V-shaped reversals, yeah. Do you think we're bullish? Or do you think we're gonna roll over like around here? Like, did we really come down just so we can sweep this? Is that a thing? I think we roll over. We'll see. But if we go back up, that would be nasty. $57.25 sell. All right. Good luck. Deleted it. I mean, you could see poke above one more time to sweep the high before going down. But Looking for a pop to 66. So far, it looks we're going higher, which is crazy. MNQ does not want to break control point. NQ did a bigger sweep of the lows, but it's not going up as high. That's interesting. That's a pretty big difference. Looking for a bounce back up. You think we're gonna go higher? We swept this high, so if it's gonna go down, it could go down here. But so far, yeah, bullish. Yes, and NQ diverged again. I think NQ is lagging for sure. Do you think NQ is weighed down by SpaceX? It's because SpaceX, that's why. But what a crazy 1 hour candle so far with 20 minutes to go. That's crazy. We are approaching the first fair value gap, bearish fair value gap that we created after 10 a.m. right here. So what if, big what if we react off of that? No proper setup. Yeah, we're stuck in a range right now. A huge one. Bro, what's your strategy? Type exclamation mark strategy. It's called the RDT Never Lose Strat. I'm gonna write a book about it someday. I don't know. Are we rolling over right here? This is the fair value gap that I was looking at. This range Asia session is better for me. Yeah, I think there's argument to be made that Asia session is now tradable. Maybe it's not going to be the case forever, but at least for now. I'm going to milk it as long as I can. Asia, I'll do evals. See, that was my initial idea. Like trade Asia and New York for evals and then trade only New York for evals or fundeds. But Asia is good. Like a big reason why I passed the evals so quickly was because I was trading Asia. And again, as long as I'm like managing my risk, I think it should be worth it. I can't promise this is gonna be the reversal point, but hey, at least we got some reaction off of the first bearish fair value gap. So I feel like I've been vindicated. What time do you start trading for Asia session? I know it's not the official, like I don't know the official time ranges, but what I consider Asia session for me is when the market opens back up at, what is that, 6 p.m. Eastern, and then I trade until midnight. No, I trade until 1 a.m. and then I go to bed. I have one funded account and then one eval I bought for 55% off and just lost that eval. Didn't trade bad, just went high risk because I can't trade for the next week, so I didn't care too much. Yeah. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. I think that's part of the game. Jerome, if you're still here, your short would have worked out, looks like. You're 57 and 25 cents. I think yesterday's afternoon trade really made me realize that you really can't predict how the market's going to move based on what the candles look like. That's only in hindsight, because yesterday's trade making all these equal highs and I was short, I was for sure thinking that I was going to get cooked, but we dropped and then went back up. So I think if you're seeing this like constantly trying to go up, making equal highs, you would kind of exit early, maybe right here. So that made me realize that if you're in a trade, just stick to it. Stick to it unless you have that early exit plan. But don't deviate from whatever your plan is. Alright, we're going back up. But Asia moves so much slower before the move. And then it'll just go. I've been digging it. Not this large decision area during New York when you get chopped up. Yeah. I did find that in Asia, like once I enter, it starts moving. But what the downside of that is that I never get a retest of my entry. And if I do, it doesn't go. So it's like every time I enter during Asia, it just goes without tagging me in, and it works great. And that happened like at least 5 times this week, which is super annoying. So yeah, I've only had one instance. I think it was maybe last Friday when I got chopped up during Asia session, and that's probably because it was the holiday. It was the 3rd, so that probably not a good idea to trade Asia. But you would think that if S&P is getting affected by, Korean stock market, like Koreans don't have July 4th off, so I thought we would have enough volume, but guess not. I should have kept the 57.25. Yeah, I was saying that earlier. Looks like that trade worked out. We bounced just off of the 10-point TP that you would have been out at. When I trade Asia, I either don't get filled on my entry, or if I get filled, it just chops around forever. Yeah, that's what I just said. It's like so many times I pick a direction, I enter, it's like I don't get filled, and it just goes to my TP, and then I'm like, okay, I'm done, or that's not gonna work. But yesterday I did get filled in, but then it started chopping around, so I was like, okay, I'm out. I got out early. I may have missed this earlier, but what are you trading during easing session? What's an easing session? But I only trade ES for every time frame, every session, every day. Asian session, yeah, ES here and forever, honestly. Just be a master of one, not that trading, other instruments, not that that's a bad thing, but I'm saying I want to be just ES fanboy forever. You have to step out, yeah. But that was a good level, 57 and a quarter. You only do market orders in Asia session, yeah. You know me, I gotta do my limit order. I just can't stand having bad fills. That's like my trigger for sure. If I get a bad fill on a trade, that makes me just break apart. All right, I guess that bearish fair value gap was a stupid idea, and we're going up. That's crazy. Selling off. $4,000 away from 250K. So you're up 1,000 from yesterday. Limit is my only way, yeah. Same. The only market order I do is when I exit early, right? I just flatten my trade. And sometimes I sell off one tick below where I wanted to sell at, but that's the price of market orders. Interesting. I usually tilt when I don't get filled via limit, so I'd rather go market order. Yeah, like I said, we all have different triggers. If I miss a trade by a one tick and I don't get filled, and that doesn't trigger me, I just move on. But if I market bought something and then I got stopped out, and that was like the very last dip before it went my way, that would tilt me, right? If I was patient, sat there, waited for my limit to get filled, that would have been a winning trade, right? But it's like there's no right way to do it. Sometimes you'll miss out on trades, sometimes you'll lose trading market orders. So are you gonna do a giveaway today? Probably not. I've been giving out too much. I've been winning too much. Like how is that even possible? You guys are gonna bankrupt me. All right, 11 a.m. What a crazy candle! Look at that. That's a first. What's the high? This one, this wick was the high, and then low is here. Oh yeah, I forgot to update the title here. How much did I make? 57.82. It's funny. Let's call it $58. Calling it a day. All right, Jerome, I'll see you tomorrow. Stopped out early. You know, long last trade of the day. Yeah, it looks good. I mean, after we did this, I'm sure we're gonna go higher. Like, there's no way we're gonna come down. You're done for the day? Okay, I'll see you tomorrow, philosopher. I had enough of being caught offsides. Let me guess, did you go short here? Because no one saw this coming, honestly. No one saw that we're gonna go higher from this. That's some ugly candle. We'll see what happens. Either go break even for the day or unfunded or make money. Yeah. Then you're good. That's a good place to be. You did? Yeah. I think a lot of people would have. That's a crazy wick. If this price runs away from me and it doesn't even come back down to back inside the range, then yeah. Not getting a trade this hour either. Been a good day. I think tomorrow on I'll switch to 3 MNQ contracts. How much time do you have before rebill? Wishing you better luck than mine. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow. Did one trade after the wick down, took the trade, didn't let it play out, took a small win. Yeah. The purple line, you know, the previous hourly high is always a magnet. I mean, obviously, sometimes you just run off. We don't even come back down, but I'm just saying, like, it needs to at least touch the purple line. It's a semi-strong magnet. You have till end of the month, so I want to lower my risk. Oh, yeah, then for sure. If you have that much time, then yeah. No reason to hurry. Honestly, you can lower your risk a lot, and then maybe like a week before you can crank it up. You know, that's like your last shot. I feel like if you lower your risk and just trade the next 2 weeks, you'll pass it. That's what I'm hoping. Trading 1 ES contract is too risky right now, even though I use a stop loss. Yeah. I mean, I'm using 1 ES with only $1,000 drawdown, but I'm crazy. I'm crazy like that. I'm a one ES mini veteran. I mean, I use 2 minis for my evals. You know, you gotta just full port every time. Wow, that's a lot. Yeah, I mean, that's how I pass. And even if I do 2 minis, it takes me 3 weeks to pass. So if I go any lower, you can imagine how long it takes. That's me on evals, yeah. I think you go a little bit harder than me though. You're like passing 1 day kind of person, which is something that I could never do. I mean, I guess I can pass in 2 days because like I had 1 day where I hit 50%, right? Was that Monday? Yeah. So technically I could pass in 2 days trading 2 minis. I would still stay with 3MNQ until I build it back up. Yeah, I mean, again, there's no right answer. You can figure out what size is right for you. I do what you think of doing. Yeah. I think, you know, that's in the beginning, like before I started doing this, I thought a lot of people were more like me, but I think that's not true. I think a lot of people are like more like even a week is too long for passing evals. It's either you pass in one or 2 days or you're stupid. That's the vibe that I get from like 90% of the people on here. You have to be extremely picky on your trades with that size. I mean, tell that to every trader out there. I don't think they're very picky about, you know, taking their crazy 4 mini trades or whatever the limit is for that plan. Then those same guys are blowing funded left and right, yeah. But they, you know, they think that's part of the game, and in some cases it is, you know. They just think eval costs are like business expense, and as long as your payout covers it, they think that's success. I mean, it is in sense, like if you're in it to make money, if you take more payouts than the quote-unquote business expense, sure, you could call that success. Keep on going up, yeah. But I think what the potential issue is that is it sustainable, right? You could get away with it now, but what if you buy 20 evals and you don't get a payout, and you're in the negatives, negative like 10 grand or something? Like, is that the right mindset for you to be trading with? Like, oh, I'm down in the whole 10K. Let me go back to 1 eval at a time, right? You'll never make it back. So you kind of get into this death loop, negative feedback loop of like, okay, I need to buy more evals so I can go back. So I just don't think it's sustainable. There's a balance for sure, but I don't need to rush it due to some timeline. I need to set up the environment for me to succeed. Yeah, I think for my case, like I'm always thinking of the worst case scenario. Like my worst case scenario is that I don't know what the hell I'm doing and I'll probably lose every time. So at least like my expense, quote unquote expense, isn't too high, so that even if I lose everything and I give up, I'm not down in the hole. That's my point of view. One day props will evolve further and go away. Chumming and burning won't teach you anything to trade a live account. Yeah. We'll see what the future holds. My take is that I think they're gonna get even bigger, and people are gonna, you know, the economy is gonna get worse, and we're gonna get more gamblers, and prop firms are gonna make more money because of the gamblers, and I think it's gonna get worse. That's why you start a YouTube channel. True. That's why you start a YouTube channel, make the money with the affiliate commissions, use it all on evals, and hopefully you get a payout. I mean, I don't know the ins and outs of like super huge YouTubers and affiliates, but could they use the accounts that they get for free? I don't know, maybe. I don't, but I feel like that probably isn't allowed. So maybe if you get 20 evals or whatever, you use it all for yourself. Sounds crazy. And just like give one away. You should stream Asia. Yeah, I was thinking about it, but it's like if I stream Asia too, it's like I have no time, because like usually when it's Asia time, it's like that's when I edit my videos, now that I'm making videos, so I'm like preoccupied with that. And then I feel like I'd be too tired, but I thought about it. So I wouldn't say it won't happen. We'll see. Look at that, we bounced right off of the hourly high right there. So I think we're clear to go higher if it wants to. You're up 327 unfunded, all from Asia session. Got stopped out, break even. Yeah. It's 11, so I think it's, you know, that's usually when you stop trading too, so. Yeah, New York has been pretty silly, for sure. I feel like even the wins that I took yesterday, they were like not clean. It was just silly drama, not worth. I mean, it is worth because I won, but still, if I lost, it would have been like bad. Was thinking 25k evals might be better option, as you may have lower drawdown, but based on the price of 25k, the amount of drawdown, it's actually not so bad. And drawdown limit gets higher if you manage a higher than 1k balance. Yeah, I think there's an argument to be made, because especially Lucid 25k, the profit target is only 1250, right? That's like the lowest ever. And as long as you can kind of, what was that? As long as you can get past the initial 1k buffer, then yeah, you're in the green. So I think there's argument to be made, but it really depends on your strategy. If your strategy like can lose like 1k like that, then obviously you need more. Funded account at 51,100 with 3 profit days. What account is it? Is it Lucid Flex? $50K flex. Okay, so you need 2 more days, and then you can take half. So probably like 500. I'm still trying to decide, hey, like, should I just take a payout whenever I can with not care about the buffer per se, because I have these backups. I don't know. I haven't really decided. I want to at least leave like 2K buffer, but every time I say that, it's like I start losing once I get to that buffer, that I can never go above that buffer. So I don't know what to do yet. I agree. I used 15 minutes, so I need more of a buffer than someone using a 1 minute chart. Yeah. If you're a scalper, then 25K would work for sure. But I'm saying if you can just survive that initial 1K drawdown, then in theory, conceptually, 25K account is good. Look at that. We bounced right off of the hourly high, and we're just full stop. Or not full stop. Just like send off to the moon right now. Take profits when you can. Yeah. Maybe that is the way. But I'm saying, like, let's say for Lucid Flex, if I have $1,500 and I have the 5 days of profits, if I take $750 out, that means I only have $750 buffer. But I guess now that I have backup accounts, like, I shouldn't be too scared of losing it. If I lose it, it is what it is, and then move on. But at least I bagged the 750. Maybe that is a mindset I should have. I don't know. You should take the profit and use the money for another eval, which you can then copy trade. Yeah. I'm not trading for these next 2 weeks, so I don't think I'll pay out soon at all. Also, not taking payouts with this account until max payout. That way I look at the way I look at trading now is just a hobby. Okay. Yeah, let us know how that goes. Maybe that is the answer. You know, think of it as a hobby. I mean, I already preached that you shouldn't make it your full-time job anyway. But I'm saying just the psychology of, like, hey, like, this is a hobby. Like, I don't care if it wins or loses. Then that could be the answer for you to actually make more money than you kind of living and dying by the performance. Plus, you're not losing that drawdown anyways. You're not losing that drawdown. What do you mean by that? Trading ES, I would say keep a small buffer. Even though you can buy another eval, you're still losing time. Well, if you have backup funded accounts that you can trade after you lose it, then yeah, you're a buffer. Yeah, you're not losing the buffer, but you're kind of scared that whatever is remaining in that in the balance after the payout is not enough for you to get another payout. Like, you're like almost guaranteeing that you're gonna lose that funded account after taking the payout, which I think there is an argument that even that is worth it, because as long as you took the payout, it's like it paid for itself. So as long as, even if you lose that one, you made your money. And if you happen to take another payout, then, you know, good for you. All 3 of your accounts shown are funded. One of them is eval. The second one, let me see. No, the third one. The last one. Where's my? This one is eval. If you take a profit and then have 700 buffer, you normally wouldn't lose that. I mean, I do. I get down to 700 easy. I used to be like, I want to make more money, you know. Now it's more of a buy 1 or 2 eval a month. Just get on after work. And I don't see anything for 30 minutes. I just get off. Yeah. Honestly, as I'm sure a lot of people can attest to, like, you don't make more money by wanting to make more money trading, right? So I think that's the healthy way to do it. You can luck out, you can be lucky and make more money than you usually do, but I don't think you can be like, oh, I want to start make more money, you know, and then start making more money, because it's a long journey. Think of it like craps. Every strategy works as long as you don't roll a 7. With trading, anything you do will work as long as you keep winning. So take the payout when you can. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm nowhere close to that decision point, right? But I'm like starting to think about my future plans. It's like, we'll see. All right, Drew, thanks for stopping by. I'll see you around whenever you have time. I'll take payouts right away. Yeah. Because like one of my topstep XFAs, I got it up to $2,000 balance. And I never took profits. Or I never took payouts. Even though I probably had profitable, like 30 profitable days. Just because I'm like, okay, I want at least $3,000 buffer. So I kept trying to get it up there, but I never got there and ended up losing everything. So I'm like, is that the right way to do it? Maybe not. And same thing when I had the live account. I had 10K in my live account. All profits I made myself. And I'm like, okay, let me have a buffer of like 15K before I take payouts. And then I just lost the 10K. So I think that is not the way to do it. Like if the end result every time is that I lose an account, like if that is unavoidable, then I sure would rather have some money in the bank and then lose the account, right? I think that's the idea. You have to reward yourself even if you don't need the money. Set it aside for future funded accounts. Well, it's like I try to have a big buffer as like my savings account, but like having it sitting in their funded account, if that makes sense. Sure, I don't need the money, but I'm trying to kind of scale up by having a bigger buffer, which means I have a bigger chance of going for higher things. What you could do is take the payout and put it in a real account. You'll still have the same amount of drawdown. Yeah, but in the end, I'll still lose the same, right? Lose the same, right? Because if the issue is that I keep the money in there too long and I end up losing it, even if I transfer over that money into the real account, I'm gonna probably copy trade anyway, so I'll probably lose everything. You will if you keep losing, but it's to have the idea which you still get that drawdown. Yeah. I think so you don't copy trade? Yeah, I see what you're saying. but I think because I'm trying to have a bunch of backups, I think it's okay for me to take the payout, not care about the whatever buffers left, and not be so stressed about it. I think that's the right way to do it. Because I've tried my own way, right? I've tried this other thing where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna build a $3,000 buffer, so even if I lose 20 trades in a row, I'm fine. Like that's the mindset I had, but obviously that doesn't work. Cause like I would rather rather than sticking around to lose 20 trades or whatever, or spending 6 months trying to save an account, I would rather just like be cool with losing it, not be scared to lose it. And if I lose it, I take a break and then try again. But then at least I have some money in the bank that I can use towards trying again. So I think that's the right way to do it. What I'm trying to say there is buffer. And what I'm trying to say there is buffer doesn't matter anymore as you never lose it, as in the real account. But are you saying move it into the real account but then don't trade it? Is that what you're saying? So it's just sitting there and then build it up? No, trade it as you would if you have just one account. But the balance is split between two accounts. How is that different from keeping the money in the sim funded? What's the benefit there? Because you have to follow rules in sim to do payout. Okay. So you're saying, okay, if I have a $1,500 balance in the sim funded and I take a $750 payout, I put that $750 into the real account and I start trading the real account. And then if I happen to lose that balance, I can go back to the sim funded with the $750 left and then try that. Is that what you're saying? But I think if I move the money into my cash account, I would still run into the same issue of like having to wait, having to keep trying to win more or trying to build a bigger buffer just so that, you know, you can trade the sim first as you always trade in the account with most rule restrictions. Okay. That's an interesting idea, but I'm trying to figure out if that solves my primary issue. My primary issue is that I just try to build a too big of a buffer. Either that's cash account or sim funded. Like I gotta take some profits. Like I think that's my issue. I think you're already talking about losing. I mean, it's you're kind of Dululu if you think you'll never lose, right? I've gone through it before, and I'm just speaking from experience, and I know it's gonna happen. Sure, I don't want to lose on purpose, but I know it's gonna happen. So I'm trying to think, if it happens again, what's the best way to come out ahead, right? Am I going to try to build another big buffer again and end up losing it again without seeing anything, or should I just whenever I can take a payout, I take the payout. And if I lose the account, I lose the account, and I move on. Is that the right way to do it? I think the way I lost money from like March to June, it's gonna happen again. Like we all know, everyone has to do it, go through it. I'm gonna go through it again, so I'm trying to figure out what's the best plan if that happens. Like if I'm winning every day, hey, like we don't even need to talk about this anyway. Like I'm just winning. Like who cares? I'm winning too much, but that's not gonna be the case. So you gotta always think about your worst case scenario, and so that you don't blow up in the process. I think the reality is that you will lose and you will see a losing streak. So to some people that could seem like it's a being a downer or whatever, but it's not. It's reality. So I think the experience that I have, knowing that it's coming, it can only help you because you can work around it. Like if you live in this fantasy dreamland, I hope I never lose. Let's not even talk about losing. Then that's how you lose, right? Like because you live in this dreamland where you see on social media that you win only, but that's not reality. Your buffer you want to build can still happen. It's just in your real account now. I don't know. Sure, it can happen, but I think based on my experience, it's just too hard. But I appreciate your suggestion. That's something I haven't thought about. That's for sure. So I'll keep thinking about it. It's not like I have to decide at any moment now. I'm not even in profit, so I'm just looking ahead. On my Lucid Flex right now, I hit my day one of profits. So thinking about how to manage your account makes sense, but also manifestation is also a real thing. I've been manifesting for 2 years now, and it hasn't happened. So maybe I need to manifest for 3 years. But I think it can't hurt for you to have a mindset where if you win, you're lucky. If you lose, like that's part of it. Like it doesn't hurt for you to. It doesn't hurt to think that way. That's why I keep mentioning like whenever I win, oh, I got lucky. I got lucky here. I got lucky there. And sometimes you'll see that big payout if you get lucky. And for me, I happened to pass my eval because I had a lucky string of wins. Come to think of it, your name checks out because you have a very profitable mindset. I think we need to start a mediation or a meditation. Meditation. Yeah. I just think if you're gonna do it for do this for decades, you know, you can't live in a fantasy. You have to kind of come down to earth. I'm not saying you shouldn't, you know, strive to hit a goal or something. You can have reasonable goals, but you know, you need some kind of reality check, especially if you went through it. Like I went through my reality checks, and I feel like that only helped me become better. Like I've gone through like I dream of big payouts, and I dream of like having so many sim funded accounts, all copy trade, and making 20 grand a day. And now I'm back down to earth. So if I want to do this for the next 30 years, like I better make it sustainable. What's up, convict? After your first payout, you probably had wild dreams of living the high life. I don't even remember when I got my first payout. I don't think I thought I would buy a Lambo, but I definitely thought, hey, like maybe I'm onto something, or you know, I definitely thought how cool it'd be if I can scale this, like having 500 accounts taking payouts. And I've done it, you know. I feel like I've reached what I manifested a little bit, but it was the next step that kind of messed me up. I think as soon as topstep moved me to live, that just screwed everything up. Mentally, it's like, you know, mentally, and it kind of broke how I do trades. But it's an excuse. It's an excuse to make myself feel better. All right, I'm gonna head out here, guys. No trade for me other than getting stopped out at market open. We'll see if I get anything in the afternoon. So I'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday, is it? Okay, wow. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Medi. Thank you, Profitable Mindset. I appreciate the discussions we had. Anthony, see ya. Tris, goodbye. Kevin, I'll see you tomorrow. All right, peace.